Oh, perfect. Ask Ashley. Safe was never the problem. Ashley, I need y'all to be honest with me because I'm not even sure if I'm being fully honest with myself right now. A few years ago, I had a boyfriend who was genuinely a good man. He was consistent, reliable, and I never had to wonder where he was or who he was with. Okay. He loved me in a way that was almost frustrating because there was really nothing to complain about. But something felt missing. He was just safe. There was no edge, no mystery, nothing that made my heart race. At the time, I told myself I was too young to settle for something that felt that calm, so I ended things. He was devastated and I moved on. Since then, I've dated men who had the same energy I thought I wanted. Some of it was exciting, some of it turned into lessons, a lot was both. Now I'm 30 and I keep thinking about him. It's not because I'm lonely, I have options, but I honestly feel like I may have made a mistake. I looked him up recently and saw that he's single. A part of me wants to reach out. What's stopping me is how it looks. I left a good man because he wasn't exciting enough, went out, lived my life, and now that I've gotten it out of my system, I want to come back. That's a story people clown women for all the time. If I'm being real, sometimes I wonder if he even deserves to be the soft place I land after all that. And then there's the other fear. What if I go back and that same restless feeling comes back? What if I hurt him all over again? But what if I don't reach out and let pride stop me from revisiting something that was actually real? Ashley, how do you know if you've grown enough to realize what you had or if you were just tired of the alternatives? And if you've walked away once, is it fair to ask for another chance? Signed, wondering if I learned or just got older. I have a lot to say.
It's funny because I mentioned in the last pod, literally, it's this thing called, this dude I watched called FD Signifier. And during one of his little, um, I guess, clips or whatever, he was talking about there's a video, or not even video, there's a picture, a meme. It's called Beat It Chick.
Okay.
You might have seen it. Well, everybody's seen it.
I don't think I've seen it.
Everybody's seen it. So it's the picture where it's a guy, he's in high school, and he's trying to talk to a girl who's way more attractive than he is, and she's like, yeah, I don't care for you. She's walking with a guy who's either a jock or he has a lot of money. And then the next, it's like a comic panel. The next panel is him. He's rich now, and she's like pregnant with like 3 kids, and she wants to talk to the guy, and he's like, no, beat it, chick. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like this dude who done glowed up. He done glowed up, basically. He has money now, you know what I'm saying? Now the girl who he wanted back in the day, didn't want him back in the day and wants him now. And he's like, nah, I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm on my thing now. So that, it's a thing that's, it's not necessarily a positive thing, because obviously, depending on situations, I never thought of that as like, oh, you should definitely reject her because she rejected me in the past. It might, obviously she's gonna like you now. I mean, you're completely different from what you were when you was in high school. Like you
But
glowed up.
but it wasn't that she wasn't attracted to him. It was that she didn't know if that's what she wanted. And
Same thing.
It's not though. I feel like we put a lot of definitives on things.
Mm-hmm.
Like if she's saying this was years ago, so let's say it was 10 years ago. Your thought process at 20 should not be the same at 30.
I agree.
So if at 20 she's not focused on settling down, being a wife, doing all that, I think it's very big of her that she left so she wasn't wasting this man's time. And if he could find his wife,
she felt like she was wasting his time?
I think it's both because realistically, she knew the relationship didn't work for her. She knew she wasn't happy. So instead of just dragging it out, she left.
Okay.
During that time, he could have found a wife, he could have did whatever, he didn't. So I feel like good for her because a lot of times we want to condemn people. Like, oh, well, you should have never left me. But in order for her to grow and do those things, she had to leave. What I would say is instead of you bouncing from man to man, you probably should have gotten therapy to see like what was wrong with you that being with a man that made you feel safe was too safe. I feel like there's probably some stuff you need to work through there. That would be my advice before you go mess up that man's life, because then you might feel the same way because you have underlying trauma that you need to deal with. You should never feel too safe with somebody, or you should never feel like this is so great, I keep feeling like when's the ball gonna drop. Like those are all like trauma things that you can work out in therapy. I don't think you were wrong for leaving him. I think that was great because you didn't waste his time. And what if you were holding him up for meeting his wife? I think it's good that y'all both are single. Try it out. If I were you, I would get therapy first. And then, reach out to him just as a friend, like, hey, just want to, whatever. And then I think shoot your shot. Like, if he want to talk to you, talk.
You seen the recent Ari Lennox interview?
No.
That's what Ari Lennox says she regrets not talking to the safe guy and just going out with, like, toxic dudes.
I think everybody wants what they're told not to do. So as a girl, you're told to avoid those guys. You're told to avoid the bad guys.
So you think
Then
the
you
toxic
see,
part is like a rebellious side of?
I do, because then you see, so your parents growing up tell you, don't talk to the bad guy, don't talk to the bad guy, don't talk to the bad guy. It's bad, it's bad, it's bad. He's going to ruin your life, ruin your life, ruin your life. And then you watch all these movies with these jocks. You see John Tucker Must Die. You see all these movies where the hot athlete who's kind of dumb, and that's really his only downfall. Sometimes he's a bully, sometimes he's just stupid. Sometimes he likes to bake. Had High School Musical. It all depends.
He likes. Oh well, yeah.
I feel like there's nothing wrong with talking to and being with somebody to see if it works. I do think there's something wrong with being with somebody you know you're not happy with, you know you don't want to be with, and you're settling to be with them, because then you're going to resent them in the long run. And I do think there's something wrong with doing things just because everybody's telling you or because you feel like it's the right thing to do. So I think you handled that situation great by leaving. I don't think you should be penalized for that. So I think if you do try to talk to him and he's like, nah, don't talk to me, then you know it's not meant to be. But he might be like, well, shit, I had to get whatever I had to get out my system. So I don't know. Therapy, then talk to him. Good luck. But I think you need to grow in general. You sound a little immature still.
Would you ever go back and date somebody?
Absolutely not.
You just told her to do it though.
Everybody in my past is in my past for a reason. Nah, I'm good.
Would you recommend it to other people?
She just says she still likes him. Okay. If there's nothing bad there, but I'm big on once a chapter is closed, it's closed. Like, I have no desire to talk to anybody or deal with anybody that I've dealt with in the past.
Okay. Yeah.
No.
I don't do the what they call it? Yeah, I don't spam.
Spin a block. There's nothing wrong with recycling. I'm just good. It's, you know what you're getting. It's convenient, but
I always ask, why did I
the
recycle the last time? Like, what was the reason?
Thank you. Yeah, no. But you want it.
She thinks she wants it.
Try it out. But you need to try therapy first. I don't think you know what you want.
I think if she goes through therapy, she wouldn't go back.
I agree. Or she might go back and realize she's just been immature the whole time, and they could have been together for 10 years, and now it's just one.
Yeah. Therapy is therapy. We'll go with therapy. For sure.
Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and follow. Until next time, thank you guys. Bye.
Peace.